Honorable Bwanika.
Right Honorable Speaker, Karamoja holds one of the most brilliant human beings on the face of the earth. I have had the opportunity to teach. I taught Dr. Loki. I taught another Karamoja person who holds one of the records as being the best, the most brilliant veterinary doctor that has ever passed through Makerere, called Dr. Irukor. In 2011, while I was campaigning in Matani, I picked a young boy called Alex Rocheli. He was in P6 by then. I supported him. I took him to Kampala. I paid his school fees. Now he has graduated with BBA and is working in Moroto. These people in Karamoja, those young people, they are only missing opportunity to go to school. And we must support them. I interacted recently, 2 weeks ago, when the speaker sent us to Karamoja. I interacted with the LC chairperson of NAPAC. NAPAC has 59 parishes. Only 22 have got primary schools. Only 22. 37 of the parishes of NAPAC, they don't have a primary school. NAPAC produces 80% of the children who are on the streets in Kampala because they don't have education. I'm very supportive that we don't only provide compulsory boarding education, but also we provide schools all over Karamoja. There should be a project and affirmative action which should help Karamoja people to go to school. We are losing brains which would have innovated. Very brilliant people in Karamoja. Right, Honorable Speaker, I stand to support this motion and it should be with urgency.
Thank you. I hope those people supported you when you went there for. Because you did a fantastic job. Yeah, so just before I allow the Minister for Education, there is a Minister for Karamoja. Can just get one piece of statement. Then the sector-specific issues are left to the Minister for Education. Yeah. Honorable Rokaris. Colleagues, I've received very many requests from you, but I have an order paper to manage. All these issues are very, very critical. So please, you'll have to bear with me so that I go back on the order paper. We go to other items. Minister for Karamoja, 3 minutes.
Thank you very much. Right Honorable Speaker and colleagues, I will be speaking to tell you an example of a person who comes to school and gets that there was a boarding school and he starts fearing to go home, and now he's a minister. The first time myself, one time, my own father told me to drive a bull with him to go and sell in order for him to pay poll tax at that time. So we moved. In the morning we passed near, I think that was then a school, where I saw children, very many. Then I asked my father, I said, why are these children too many here, near Mabati houses? He said, there is something called a school. A school? Yes. What will they become in the future? He told me, these people, when they will study, when they grow up, they become drivers, they become chiefs. I mean, he said, like the chiefs who have forced you to bring the bull here. Yes. I said, that's very good. Then they say, in the evening, when now they rest, they go and take tea. He used to give me some tea, something like chai, and it was very sweet. When I heard, I said, yes, I will come here because of the tea to study with these people. Imagine, from that time, we went back. I asked him, I want to go. He was delaying. I decided to run away myself. When I went there, I was welcomed. There was a boarding school by the missionaries. I started staying there. It was only 1 month. They said there is all day. I said, now where will I go? Those people will beat me for having abandoned their cows. Then the priest told me, no, they are building a church here. You come and help in carrying bricks. I was young. I would only carry 2. So all the time I was there, I stayed with them very well. If there was no school of that time, where you come freely, you eat, you sleep about boarding, I wouldn't be here. And from that time, I continued. In fact, I didn't pay any school fees up to senior 4. Up to senior 4, the rest came by themselves. So, to say for Karamoja, pre-primary and boarding education is very important. All these people who are now reading, running around, if they were educated like us, they wouldn't be there. We would have reduced raiders completely. So now, the rest of the country is moving. We better move the country together in a unified manner. In maybe 20 years' time, when there is mindset change, then other things can now relax. But by now, it is high time we sweep all of them from the villages and we educate them, give them free and compulsory education. The whole country will just be safe, automatic. You change their mind and we move. These people are getting jobs, they are getting alternative ways of livelihood, and that will be the end.
Thank you,
and I am
Minister.
very happy all of you are supporting. We are Ugandans. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Now, Honourable Minister, because you see, this is a motion. Please take your seat. Yes. This is a motion where we are limited by the law as Parliament, Article 93 of the Constitution. That's why you're seeing it's a motion for urging, meaning we are sending it to you in Cabinet. So when you reach in Cabinet, please give that example you've had and push harder so that it can be supported, as it has a financial implication. Honourable Minister of Education.
Thank you so much. Right, Honorable Speaker. I want to thank my colleague for presenting this motion. Permit me, Mr. Speaker, to first of all make the mandate of the Ministry of Education very clear. The mandate is to provide quality education for all children in Uganda, and I'm happy that the Constitution of the Republic of Uganda, Article 30, stipulated that education is a fundamental right for our children. In that spirit, Mr. Speaker, the President of the Republic of Uganda, General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, to ensure all our children have right to education, brought on board the universal education for our children, primary in 1997 and secondary in 2007. And the principle and the spirit of the universal education is to leave no child behind. And there should be no barriers for our children to access education, Mr. Speaker. As a result of universal education that was brought on board, the enrollment of our children in schools increased drastically. For instance, in 1995, when UPE was brought on board, from 2.5, the enrollment rose to 5.3 in 1998. Thereafter, in 2023, it went to 8.5, and today we are speaking about 10.9 million learners enrolled in primary education. This is because of the principle of universal education. And the principle is to increase access to education, especially to the disadvantaged children. And also, the design in that principle is to construct classrooms, sanitation facilities for primary administrative block, while secondary has ICT block, multipurpose hall, and science block. There was no provision for boarding facilities in terms of dormitories and what it takes to have a boarding facility. Mr. Speaker, despite all this high enrollment in universal education, we as education fraternity have seen challenges in terms of high rates of dropout, uncoordinated charges of fees, climate changes that has caused problems for children to access school, the floods, the destructions in our